Hi guys, and welcome to the BackBone project. My name is Mark Taylor. If you want to know more about the BackBone, get across to my website at yourinternetbusinesslink.com and I'll see you over there. What I want to talk to you quickly about, and this is really going to be a short video, not a usual long one. I want to talk about information products. And I think you'll probably already, if you're on this page, you may be already an information marketer, or you may be just looking at the actual business model. But I think what you're going to find interesting is this is really an amazing business model, and with the information that's available now, you can really build a good, solid business, building information products that solve problems. And this is the fantastic thing about the internet. That most people are not internet marketers, thank God. Most people are John and Jane, and what John and Jane do when they have a problem, if they're internet savvy, is they probably go across to our friend Google, and they do a quick search on whatever it is causing them an issue. And this little box here, you see, in lieu of an uncle or a favourite uncle or a father figure, people come to Google for various reasons. One, it's quick, it's instant, it's available on smartphones, iPhones, etc. And it really is probably the best place to go to find some really good, solid information. And when people search for a problem, they're really looking for a solution. And this is what Google does best, and it will bring up a list of solutions or what it thinks are the most relevant answers. And this is your opportunity as an info marketer or as an information product marketer. This is your opportunity to produce information that solves John and Jane's problems. And there's just so many problems out there today that people are looking to be solved, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in money, whether it's in fitness and health, or whether it's spiritual. And there's some gold for you for a start. These are really sort of the four the biggest markets. These are the big markets to go in, but if you're going to create products for these people, you need to understand that if you try and talk to everybody, you're going to end up talking to nobody. You have to be laser focused. You have to be laser focused on who you're talking to. What do I mean by laser focused? Well, let's go straight into the slideshow. The first thing you really need to do is really identify your audience, because that's really where it actually starts. You see, there's a lot of people. If I take, for example, the fitness niche, there's men and there's women, and there's a certain, let's look at their age. Are they under 30? Are they over 30? Are they over 60? You see, are you targeting everybody, or are you laser focusing on men that are over 60? You see, by focusing down and being precise, then you can start to communicate with them specifically, and that's really, really important, especially later on when we get to the next few slides. While you're in this process, once you've written down what's called I like to use an avatar, and this is really where I just take a pen and paper, I look at the market, look at who's talking about it, look at some demographic figures, use Alexa or even Facebook, and you can use some of that data to determine the demographics. That's a big posh word, but basically interests, likes, ages, what they do for a living, etc., where they live. And it's really important. So you've identified your audience, that is paramount. Let's get step one done, because if you don't do that, you're going to find this bit really hard. You're going to find it hard to identify what they specifically want, what their needs and what their problems are, and more importantly, what their desires are. And that becomes really important when you're creating solutions for these markets. So the art of selling. I mean, there's plenty of books out there about the art of selling. There's so much to it, I couldn't even possibly begin. But what I will do is say this, that it is certainly easier, a lot easier, to sell again to somebody that's bought from you before than it is to go and find a new customer. You see, finding new customers is expensive. And believe it or not, there's even companies that are willing to lose money on the first transaction because they're going to make it up on the second and on the third transactions. This is really powerful to understand, because if you're in a one-shot deal where you want to sell and then run, then you're really going to be making less profits, and that's really going to hurt you in the long term. So repeat customers means repeat profits. Let's talk about the barrier of entry. I think this is really powerful, and it's something that took me a while to understand. Everybody, or most people, have probably heard of a landing page, or it's sometimes known as a squeeze page. And really this is, people land on it, there's usually an offer of some description, maybe a video if it's modern, or maybe one of these long letters. And then to the right there's normally a place where you can put your email in order to go on to, you know, more info. And this is a powerful model, but let me explain really what's happening. This is what I like to call a barrier page, because there's a lot of people with problems, and what you're really looking for is just the ones that are going to be interested in your stuff. And by taking them to the barrier and asking them to take action, this identifies the people that are actually interested. It filters out, and that's what it really is, it's a filter. It filters out those that are really not going to be targeted in your target audience or in your avatar description. We put those people normally into a list that we can then send appropriate and relevant messages to via autoresponders or, you know, broadcast. So that's really in simple terms. So usually it's an email address. In most cases you can sort of ask for a name as well. Now, permission marketing, this is what we're really asking for. We're asking, using this filter process, we're asking for permission. And this is, nobody said it really better than Seth Godin. Said it brilliantly. He said the privilege, and that's what it is, the privilege of delivering anticipated, personal and relevant messages to people who actually want to get them. Because nobody wants spam. This is really powerful information. I am going to make a copy of these slides available, and obviously this recording. Tweet it, share it, do whatever you want with it. I hope you're interested. Get across to the BackBone project. I'd love to see you over there. I'm hopefully developing something really exciting over there, and you could be part of that. So maybe you can see you there. My name's Mark Taylor. I'll see you guys either in the project or on further screencasts.